And welcome back, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Maybe the last time you saw me was when I was on my phone. I wrote Steelers Nation is live and the Ravens suck. Do you know why the Ravens suck? It's because of this. Let me scroll up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. The reason why the Ravens suck is because yesterday, the Steelers, we're now on my Tuesday, your victory Monday, the Steelers won the game 18-16. That's why you suck. You cannot beat us. Like I read through all the stats. Lamar Jackson is 1-4 versus us. His points per game with the team is like 19. His QBR rating is like 66% or something like that. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. The Ravens suck. They cannot beat the Steelers, and they'll say, "Oh, you only won by 2 points." It doesn't matter. The Steelers won the game. It was Steelers versus Ravens. It was a crazy, crazy, chippy, physical game, right? This video too, I'm going to talk about Patrick Queen. I gave my big respect to Chris Boswell, who made NFL history in my other video. So this will come out at nighttime or whatever. There'll be the Texan game will be on. This video will come out. I want to give a big respect as well to Queen. So Ravens fans, sucked in Ravens, you losers. Okay, let's start the show. I want to talk about this bloke here. So one man's trash and another man's treasure. And I'm glad he's on our team. He's in reference to Patrick Queen there, number 6. And also, too, there's not too many times where linebackers or players like that, players besides quarterback and kickers are allowed to wear single digits. So Queen might be one of the first ones. It was Melvin Ingram a few years ago, but then he was cut. So even that is pretty cool to see him wear 6 out there. His former number with the Ravens. He played with the Ravens for 4 years alongside Roquan Smith, did all his things, but the Ravens didn't want to pick up his contract next minute. The Steelers swoop in and they get him for, no pun intended, Ravens fans out there. Flock Nation, what the flock? By the way, I can't stand this whole flock thing. Like, I get it, you're a Raven, you're a Baltimore Ratbird, you're all this kind of stuff. What the flock? Like, Flock Nation, Flocking Nation, what the flock? It's so... You fill in the blank. You fill in the blank for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I just think it's stupid. So, Patrick Queen, one man's trash, another man's treasure. When Mike Tomlin was talking about this yesterday in the post-game press conference, let's go through his game yesterday. Steelers win 18-16. Patrick Queen got 10 tackles, 3 solo, and 1 tackle for a loss, right? And he had 1 big turnover, which was the fumble. The fumble versus it was the tight end Likely, he was likely falling to the ground until Queen held him up, got him by the football, ripped it out. The ball went all flailing all over the shop. It bounced everywhere. Queen then picked up the fumble and got tackled by a Raven, and then we got the ball back at the 20-yard line, and I think we chipped in another field goal to be like 6-0 or something like that. I can't remember. It was near the second quarter. We were... or was that 9? Was that 9-7? I don't know what it was. It was one of Chris Boswell's field goals. And yes, we need to improve on the red zone TDs. That's got to go up for sure. But at least you're getting points. And Patrick Queen allowed that to happen. He ripped it right out. Great move, splash play, came back with the football. Turnover was fantastic. So he got 10 tackles and 3 yesterday in yesterday's game. But let's go to his overall stats. It's been 10 games, 11 games. What are we now? 8-2. So 10 games from this season, 2024. So far in this season, 2024 stats, he has regular season, 72 tackles, 36 solo, right? 1 forced fumble recovery, which was yesterday. He has 3 pass deflections and stuff yards. He's got 8, and stuff yards is like, hitting the player behind the line of scrimmage is 5. So he's doing pretty good. Now, at the start of the year, maybe a bit slower, but versing your former team and Mike Tomlin saying, well, you didn't pick up his contract. We swooped in. We got him. He's now one of us. He's now a Pittsburgh Steeler. And we've got Queen for the next 3 years. And he's only going to get better. And so is Peyton Wilson. And so is Elena Roberts too. And Roberts, he's won, Super Bowls with the Patriots. He's a really physical, hard-hitting defender. Queen is only going to get better. So regular season stats, he has 72 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 3 pass deflection, putting his paw up, and stuff yards 5 in the backfield. So shout out to Queen. Shout out to Ravens for allowing us to have him, because there was that, conversation, he won't do any good over there because he hasn't got Roquan Smith. He's doing just fine. He's in an organization that believes in him, wearing the black and gold, and Queen is slowly turning himself into a true Steeler. I don't know about Steeler Nation out there, and I'm a Steelers fan from Australia, but I have this thing where I call players true Steelers. That's TJ Watt, that's Cameron Haywood, that's Minka Fitzpatrick, that's players like that. Najee, I think Najee's getting there. I think Najee is a true Steeler. Like Warren, I think he's getting there too. Like players who are just the ultimate Steelers football player. And Minka turned himself into one from that trade from the Miami Dolphins, which is really, really crazy and silly. Joey Porter will grow up into it because he had his father. Joey Porter Sr. was there, and Joey Porter Jr. had a great game. He'll turn himself into a true Steeler. So, yeah, TJ Watt, Highsmith is now a true Steeler. Nick Herbig running around town. He's going to start to put himself in the position to be a true Steeler. And so can Queen over the next few games or the next few years that they have him on the contract. And he's only a young fellow who's like 25 years of age. So he was a former Ratbird Raven. He won't worry about that time there. He's putting all his efforts into being a black and gold Steeler. And, early in the year, I still love this photo. Early in the year, they were saying the grass, isn't always greener on the other side or whatever the saying is. And here's Patrick Queen watering his grass in his slides, in his socks, chilling back with a hat and saying, you know what? It's pretty good here. But do you know why? It's good because we have Cameron Haywood. We have Mike Tomlin, led by Mike Tomlin, the future Hall of Fame coach. We have Chris Boswell, who broke records yesterday. Chris Boswell was the first player in NFL history as a kicker to kick 3 times, 6 field goals in each match, plus the fourth one in the playoffs. So shout out to this defense. Shout out to beating the Ravens. Like I said, I feel this happy like Najee. That's how I feel. I feel so happy. I feel like a kid in a candy store. The fact that the Steelers are 8-2, the fact that they're now running the gauntlet and they've beaten the Commanders and they've beaten the Ravens. And in this gauntlet, which I'll talk about probably tomorrow or the next day, they've ticked off the Commanders, ticked off the Ravens. Next is Browns, Bengals, Browns, Philly, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. They have to play us too. Don't forget that. These teams have to play us too. Not scared about this gauntlet. Hard-hitting football, but they have to play us too. So shout out to Patrick Queen when Mike Tomlin said, one man's trash, another man's treasure. I'm glad he's on the team. You know what, too? I'm also glad that Queen is on our team playing middle linebacker. Alrighty, Steel Nation, that might be it for the rest of the day. I've done a live, I've done a video, I've done this and done that. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow for another episode. Probably talking about tomorrow. We might talk about the gauntlet, the scary, scary gauntlet. I'll see you later.